Why worry? Well, first, before I ask that question, we'll ask about why worry doesn't work. It's an unresourceful state. It doesn't feel good, right? People think it's useful. Worries about what you don't want, not about what you want. Consequently, it's imprecise. So if the way I getting to San Francisco by not going to St. Louis is inefficient, because I could end up in Boston. There's no precision. There's no goal precision. There's no outcome precision to it. It's imprecise. If you're walking around wanting to stay out of bad relationships, is not the best way to get in a good relationship. Okay? Worry suggests to your unconscious mind to create what you don't want. The unconscious does not know a null state. Think about not elephants right now. Think about not elephants with green stripes and blue polka dots. Try not to think about green striped and blue polka dotted elephants dancing. That's why you don't want to say to your kids, stop dragging your feet. Because in order to process that statement, they make a picture of dragging their feet with a little X in front of it or something like that. And then as soon as their attention drifts, which happens in 3 to 10 seconds, you know, with me it's 3 and some it's 10. In their unconscious mind is a picture of dragging their feet, and they walk across the kitchen table, the kitchen floor, dragging their feet. And mom goes, I told you not to drag your feet. And the kid goes, I didn't mean to, and everybody's right. You say to your kid, please lift your feet when you walk across the floor. Then they forget that, and then in their unconscious mind is lifting their feet, and they don't have to think about it. As long as they're not pissed that you're trying to get you. That's a whole other secondary game conversation. So if you want your unconscious mind to work for you, you want to be imagining what you want, not what you don't want. Right? And we want, since the unconscious mind is like the greater part of us, we want to get it on board. You know, we have, you know, conscious mind, we have, you know, 2 horses pulling the truck, the cart. We want 40 horses pulling that cart. Everybody gets easy. Then there's the cosmic conversation, if you believe in that. And if you don't, you know, the first 3 are plenty. Not the 1 and 2. That thought creates form. Puts it out to the universe gives you what you want. When you think about what you don't want, the universe reacts to that, responds to that, as if you want it. It gives it to you. It's amazing how life works anyway. You know, it's really a blessed reality we live in, because we're not helping much at all. Okay? So then the question is, if it sucks so much, in my opinion, why do we do it? Because we were trained to do it. People have we experience worry as an emotion. Emotions are justified. We have lots of reasons to worry. You ever notice there's lots of reasons to feel bad? There's lots of reasons to feel good too. The reasons have nothing to do with it. You can just select. We have lots of reasons to feel bad. We were trained. I personally was trained by masters. I can remember one specific time I had an oral book report, and as you may guess, I'm okay at oral book reports. And I planned in my mind, I hadn't yet written anything down yet. My mom goes, she doesn't say, have you prepared for your oral book report? She goes, aren't you worried about that? Right? Yeah. Can I get a witness? She collapsed handling something with worrying about something. And we do that in our culture. Handling something and worrying about it are two distinct things if we allow them to be. Okay? We're trained by masters. And also, people demonstrate it. My mother didn't ask me to worry and not worry herself. She worried all over the place. And you know, genders and people worry about different things. My wife worries about relationships. I figure people can handle this. I worry about money. She figures, it'll turn out in the end. And you know what? We're both right. I'm right about relationships. She's right about money. And it's a struggle. It comes up. The big thing for me to notice about worry, and is use when I remember to use this thing I'm going to teach you, which I forget, is that when I worry, the problem is never what I'm worrying about. The problem, I only have one problem. The problem is always that I'm worrying. And the content just changes. There's nothing wrong, there's nothing bad about life. There's just worrying about it. And that's not bad. I start with loving the part of me that's worried, and then we do the thing I move into, which I'll be teaching you in a minute. Okay, any question make sense? Okay. Oh, a little side comment. Some of you may not agree with this, so if you don't, no, tough. But you don't have to agree with this to get use out of this. Worry is way more pervasive than we think. If you're feeling bad in the present, you know, I'm sad, I'm hurt, you're also worrying. There is no bad feeling in the present without worrying, because we can't think about the present. Even if we're feeling bad about the past, which is 2 seconds ago, we're projecting, at least globally, this is my belief, so you don't have to accept this, but try it on, you know, play with it. At least some global worry, my life is not going to work out well. There's like this global worry that kind of runs under the surface all the time. So whenever we feel bad, there's also a worry attached. And it's very useful for me to approach it that way. Again, what's my worry now? And sometimes it's specific, but oftentimes it's like, my life is not going to work. I'm not going to be able to retire with enough money. You know, big things. And I like to put a lot at stake in my mind. I mean, I'm a big thinker, as you can tell. I like big frames. I jump to big frames when I'm on Resource Wall.